Well, hello, fellow YouTubers, driveway fans, garage dwellers, COVID-19 inmates. What an unprecedented time we live in. Anyway, I thought I'd do a quick review on the 750, as it's long overdue so far. This will be a static review, as you can see, because I can't go out and play. So anyway, I've had this bike now for a year. It is a 2019 Gsx-S 750, as you can see. It has now done 1,600 miles, well 1,555 miles to be precise. And basically it's awesome. So a few things that I've done to it just to personalise it a little bit. So as you can see, we have colour-coded HEL braided brake lines, which I think make a big difference to the brakes. Probably more so on track, although I've not actually tried it on track yet, but certainly compared to the standard setup, they're definitely sharper, more responsive for sure, and I really think they go well with the blue pinstripe on the wheels. Secondly, I've also installed Evotech Performance radiator guard, which took about 10 minutes to fit. Superb piece of kit, and it's doing the job very well. Secondly, and it's a bit tartan mag, but I'd always fancied a quick release fuel cap. It does save you messing around with the key, obviously fueling. So from Biker Discount Store is a quick release fuel cap, which I think looks really cool. However, as you'll notice, it does have a bit of a well there, so that when it rains or you wash the bike, it does fill up with water. I didn't really think about that when I installed it, but there we go. But it looks cool. It's colour coded with the bike, and I think it's well worthwhile personally. I think it looks a lot better, except you do worry a little bit about somebody stealing your fuel or stealing the cover when you leave the bike unattended, which doesn't tend to happen too often. Next up, we have the Gsx-S tank cover, as you can see here. So that tank pad is actually for a Gsx-S 1000F, but good old eBay served me well, and does a job of protecting the tank in the matte graphite black. Next up, orangey tank covers, as you can see. They work really well, although the one I had when I took out the demo, they actually came to here. So personally, I'd rather see them a bit longer. It kind of finished off a little bit, and also from here as well, I'd rather it went to the end of this plastic infill panel. But it's been a bit picky. But I think personally it would probably look a lot better if that was the case. Next up is orangey racing exhaust hanger, just to tie up the back end, remove the pillion pegs, as you can see, which obviously feeds nicely into the R11 Yoshi exhaust, which is superb. It does sound really good, and you'll see the other video on my YouTube channel for that. Sounds good. Baffle has been removed, of course. Other thing is I have these blanking plates, the hanger blanking plates for the pegs. Just tidies it up a little bit rather than just leaving blank holes. A couple of free stickers there, so they're currently on the hugger, but that hugger will probably get replaced with the carbon fibre one. And then we have the orangey tail tidy, and we also have a USB power socket, which is just wired straightly into the battery. That works well, except it's not switched, and just to be aware, if you are thinking about putting one on, being wired direct to the battery, it does have a tendency to drain it a little bit. So I always keep an Optimate connected to mine. That's the Optimate connector there, as you can see. Back to the top here. So this is the SP Connect phone mount. I have seen online various issues about phones being mounted and damaging the stabilisation on the autofocus for the phones, but so far so good. I've not had any issues with mine. But that's the SP Connect connector there. Oh, and the cat's come to say hello. So there we go. So that's just half a turn, on and off. Does the job perfect. That's that. So there we go. It just mounts on the bars there. Just bought one, and I've got a couple of my mountain bikes as well. And then moving around to the front of the bike is just a cheap eBay screen. I was going to buy an MRA or a Jivy, but to be honest, given the price of them, or a Puig, quite like Puig ones, but given the price of those, I thought, well, this one was £26 delivered, and it actually does quite a good job at higher speeds. It does make a difference. I'm 6'4", 15.5 stone, so not that the weight makes too much difference, but certainly my height at higher speed, it definitely makes a difference at high speed. It just helps just keep that little bit of extra wind blast off. It was never always going to be too much of an issue being a retro bike, naked. You're always going to have some wind blast, of course, but it does the job. Only criticism I would say is that when mine was supplied, it's supposed to come with little black. I don't know if you can see in here. It's supposed to come with little black spacers that are supposed to go on the fork clamps there, and then it just obviously take the bolt out, put the spacer in, and put a bolt through. It is supplied with longer bolts, but unfortunately the spacers didn't arrive, and rather than take the front end of the bike apart, which isn't a massive deal, I thought I'll just keep it on there with a couple of tie wraps, and it's doing the job just fine. So it's certainly the old the male "it's not going anywhere" test. Perfect. So that's it. So the chickens are obviously upset about something. Don't know what it is. It's probably the cat. So here we have it. So yeah, matte black paintwork. I find it pretty easy to keep clean. It does scratch up quite easily. However, what I use, and for those that maybe aren't bothered about keeping the matte luster, as you can see, mine does look pretty. Does keep the matte luster pretty good. But I use, and I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I use this Meticulous Matte Detailer spray. So it cleans, maintains, and protects, as it says there. Meticulous Matte. It does do the job. You literally do. You just spray it on, and then you just wipe it off. It keeps the bodywork nice. It keeps the matte luster, as you can see. And for anyone that's never had matte paint before, you can't really use the usual polishes on matte paint, because the polymers and stuff in it makes gold shiny, so it loses that matte finish. But to each their own. If you're not bothered about that, then it's your bike. Use whatever the hell you want. So that's that. I did notice with the paint before, the I don't know if you can see on here on the tailpiece, you see it's slightly shiny. So that's where I had a tail pack installed last year, and it's just gone a little bit shiny, which is a bit of annoying, but there we go. The only other thing I have installed is around the front, as you can see in here, and I'll put a picture up next of the LED headlight right now. So yeah, as you can see here, LED headlight, which has made a massive difference to being seen during the day as well as at night. There are other videos on YouTube for these. It's actually an H4 LED headlight, and it's an oversight H4 LED, purchased off of a very well-known, well, it was off of Amazon basically. Could have probably got it cheaper off of eBay, but in honesty I couldn't be bothered waiting for the delivery. And I've also got LED side lights in there. So that's a very quick overview of the bike. It's yeah, so far so good. It's been awesome. It's comfy, it's plenty quick enough. No gadgets, no gizmos. It's all you need, really. All you need. So that's that. Next upgrades, probably, I keep toying with the idea of fitting a quick shifter, although I don't know if I'm going to bother, to be honest. The gearbox is really good, it's very light, it's very smooth, changes very well. If I was doing a load more track days again, I would probably say yeah, I would go with the quick shifter, but on the road you don't really need it. I do think it could do with maybe some different mirrors, just to finish it off. I keep thinking about maybe bar ends, but I don't know, I'm not convinced I like the look of those either. So maybe some Barracuda mirrors or something like that would set it off a treat. So there we go. She's all clean by the wheels. I'm not going to show you them because they're a bit minging. And that's that. So yes, well, stay safe everyone. And without further ado, I will sign off. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel you want to. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one.